Why Portland sucks. Why the people of Portland suck in the general area. And why the general area and city of Portland make me furious. Okay. I'm going to start by saying that I'm originally an East Coaster. I will say what I am because I'm not a bitch. I don't try to hide my locations where I'm from just to try to blend in. No. I'm from the East Coast, around the Boston area. I've lived in Florida. I've even spent time in California. And then I come to Portland. And what I see here is worse than anywhere that I have been, including St. Petersburg, Florida, which I refer to as Shit Petersburg, Florida. Portland is worse than anywhere I've been. For the reason that the people are such snobs and they're full of themselves, even if they don't like to say so totally out in the open and they're a little timid, people here suck. They're very insular. They're not open to meeting new people. Transplants run this place. Okay? But the only difference is certain transplants are excluded. Just have a different skin color. You know? Have a different socioeconomic background. You know? And the prejudice of these people will come out sooner or later. And this comes from someone who's even more progressive to a point and has trans views. I'm very sympathetic to trans people. And I can tell you right now, I would prefer Texas than this place. I'm moving to Texas when I get a chance. But to all you Portlanders out there who this will anger and get upset, I'll tell you what. Meet me sometime. Let's hash this shit out. I'll say that. But if you don't want to meet me and hash it out, I'll tell you what. Donate to my PayPal down below. Put your money where your mouth is. You don't want some of us here? Well, pay me to leave. There's my funds down there. PayPal.me/John Melton. You can donate me that. If you want to help make Portland more pure with less transplants, I'm giving you the opportunity. Tip me in my PayPal. Anything you have, whatever you have, is fine. Because I want to move the fuck out of this shithole. Portland is a shithole. The West Side is a shithole. Maybe... Well, no, not in a shithole in the way that it's... obviously, the West Side's nicer and more expensive, but it's a shithole. You catch my drift. It's a snobby shithole. Where nobody talks to you. It might as well be a shithole. You don't have to be in the fucking hood to be called a shithole. Let me just get that right through my head. Everyone else's head, too. And to... Let me think for a sec. I am near Sherwood, Tualatin. I'll just generally say that. I'm in the Sherwood, Tualatin general area. And I feel the Portlandness even all the way out there. You know, Tigard, Sherwood, Tualatin. Absolute terrible places to be, you know. I mean, I can tolerate Beaverton a little bit better, depending on where, or maybe Lake Oswego if one could afford it. But I don't like the general area. Most places suck. And I'm trying to save money to leave. Between trying to work and trying to save money and shit. You want to help me a little bit, though, here and there? You got my PayPal down there to all you Portland people who hate the complainers, who hate people like me, who can't stand it here and whatever. Your opportunity is there. Give me some PayPal tips, peasant. Okay? So there. I said my piece on that issue. But Portland used to be what I considered a nice city when I visited here 12 years ago. But I met people off the internet who were promoting it, or the quirkier people here were coming out in the open back at that time. Don't ask me why. They conned me though, made me come out here and get my mind fixated on this place. And coming here was a big ass fucking mistake. But this time around, it's because of my stepfather. He had family here, and that's how I got back here, and I'm trapped in this fucking place. So if you have anything good to do, you wanna put your money toward a good cause, put it towards someone who wants to leave your area. This way it'll be done locally, and you can feel better about yourself. You know? That your action helped contribute to something that I actually want to do and want to carry out. Portland, it's not just the protests. It's not just Antifa. Everyone's brainwashing everyone. They say, oh, the only thing that's wrong with Portland is Antifa. No. There's more wrong with it. There's much more wrong with that. I'll tell you right now. For the record, I don't even care for Trump. You know, I don't care for Donald Trump. And I don't like Portland. So that I don't meet anybody because most people are rude. Any fucking time I try to meet someone, even online, on a meetup site or a dating site, I always get either a snide remark or I get no reply. And that pretty much sums up Portland is when push comes to shove. They don't like to deliver. They don't like to deliver. They like to give false promises to. I don't care if you're an Oregonian or a transplant. This applies to all. There's no discrimination. There's none. I don't care where you're from. If you came to this area and you're contributing to all the ills, transplant or native, I'm calling that out. Alright? I don't go by who's from California and who's not. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm from New England. Alright? Doesn't fucking matter. Alright? And I'm mostly Italian, and I'll stick my boot right up your ass. You know? Anyone steps to me a certain way. But, anyway. But no. I really hate this place. And I came back a third time when I thought I was done after my second time. But my stepdad wanted to move back here, and he wanted to create the imagery of moving to Oregon, and then next thing you know, me, my mom, and him pack up and come here again. He never sees his kids. They're a dysfunctional family, practically. It's a shame, but that's just what it is, you know? And what did you move to again? Is what I'm asking. So this is only why I'm back here is because of my stepdad. I outgrew Portland a long time ago. I came here in 2012 to live. I knew I didn't want to return. After 3 months, I left. But I couldn't leave because I didn't have an out after 3 months this time. Or I would have fucking did it because after month number 1, I realized I didn't want to be here again. It's just like last time. Just like last time. This place is boring. Portland, for a city with 600K, has nothing. I mean, you got the food carts, but trying to find a parking space is difficult. That's one thing. The city's tight as hell. The suburbs are lame. The people are so unfriendly. You know how when people say places like Texas is all about families and Christian values and all that sort of thing. Well, the same fucking thing's happening in Portland, too, but people don't want to talk about. Like, everybody my age has kids where I live at. That's another thing. I can't connect with people my age. I'm one of the few singles. You know, I moved to this place. I got nobody has really anything in common with me that I have seen. And I've reached out on websites. I've observed people in town here in Sherwood. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Plus, I hate the terrain, too, and I hate the weather. That's the other thing. This is almost like the California foothills, only with shittier weather. I don't like I'm not a foothill person. I'm a flatlander. I love the flatlands. That's why Texas is calling me right now. But I figure before I ever schedule a move out of this area, I'm going to make one more video to see who comes through here, to see if anyone sees where I'm coming from on this. It lives in Portland, but they just can't meet anybody. Hit me up on email. Hit me up at Dr_Rain@yahoo.com. Talk to me about it. If you want to move out just like I do, let's speed the fucking process up and let's get it done. Let's see if we can get along, and let's visit each other, and let's see if we're the types, if you have the same goals as me, going to the same place that I want to go. Because we got to move out of Portland. Plus, the coronavirus is coming here too. It's already in the state. What else? Any other terrible things? Oh, and the one date that I did have lived way outside of my neighborhood. I had to drive about 40 minutes or so. And that's like with no traffic. Maybe a little traffic. But people complain in some places how they're driving on the road all the time. The transit's no good, like Texas, where everything's all spread out. Same fucking way in Portland. It's the same. You think it's any better here? Go right ahead and come here. But you'll want to go back to Texas. You'll want to go back to Arizona. You'll want to go back to Florida. I guarantee it. Do you think life is lame where you currently live, and you think Portland's going to solve that problem, which I once thought? No. You're going to be in for a world of a whole other hell coming to this fucking hell. Snobs everywhere, people who don't say hi to you when you're walking by them, people are not neighborly. It's disgusting how far apart people are around here. You know, if anyone offended again, take it up with me. Let's meet and sort this out. Let's even fight if you have that much of a goddamn problem with what I was saying. On a positive note, anybody who wants to positively speak to me and discuss an exit, I'm open to that also. Better yet, anybody from Boston who hates it here too. Who might have been stressed out living in Boston, but they came here and realized they hated it more because the food wasn't there in most places. Or even the people, you know? Or the sports culture even. Other than Oregon Ducks and the lame Portland Trailblazers, what else do you really have? Nothing. The Timbers. It seemed like a bunch of homers, if you want. Timber fans seem like a bunch of homers to me. You know, they seem like a bunch of fucking homers. You know. But, and again, I've lived in Florida. I've lived in California. I spent a year and a half in Pennsylvania. And I could tell you right now, Portland, in the area, no matter what part I'm living in, Southeast Portland, Sherwood, it's all the same outcome. It's all the same outcome. To people who tell me, yo, you just got to move to that side of town. No. Doesn't work for me. I've done 2 different areas altogether. If anyone thinks Gresham's the answer, nah. Or Milwaukee, no. None of it is the answer. And at this point, I'm just looking at somebody who might have the same goals as I do. Although I kind of like Salem. I'm not going to lie. I kind of do like Salem. I just hate the fucking ride on the way from Portland to Salem. Seems like you're encouraged to go 80 miles an hour on the fucking highway all the time out there. Or it's gridlock toward Portland. There's like no fucking balance. In Portland, people suck. And I'm really not even fond of too many Oregon natives that I've even met from here on out. You know, I mean, if there's any good ones, they're definitely in the minority. I'm gonna definitely say that right now. But with all that being said, and that's the other thing, when you drive through Portland, I just started realizing it when I started driving in Portland versus my visit as a pedestrian 12 years ago. Is that you can't even drive through a nice skyline when you're on the highway. The buildings aren't surrounding you everywhere, you know, like in Dallas, like in Los Angeles. You don't have that out here, you know, or even going through Boston. Well, it kind of looks like going through Boston, but going through Boston's more electric. In Portland, no. But Boston's one of the more electric small cities that I've experienced. Portland doesn't have that electricity going through it. Unless you got a certain income bracket and you're a hippie and you're still in the I love Portland phase, which should be long dead right now. They shouldn't be promoting this place anymore. It's obsolete. Having so many people come in and out of this place that they would want to stop promoting it by now. Why do they keep promoting Portland? Why? All you're going to see is homeless. You're going to see a bunch of other problems too. Socialists. And I'm trying to move out, and I want some of you to possibly help me speed up the process a little bit. Every little bit counts. Remember that. And I'm putting my PayPal on the bottom. You can help me do a good thing for once. Since none of you people from this area give me anything else, you never give me your friendship. You never give me your courtesy. You never give me ideas. You never meet me for coffee. You never do anything with me. I haven't met one person really since coming here. This place is a black fucking hole. And if anyone's unhappy in Portland, talk to me about it. Put your info in my email, Dr_Ray@yahoo.com.